Hi, today I am going to show you how to create a website on Weebly.com. So right now I am currently on the Weebly homepage. If you look in the top left right corner, you will see the login button. You will click on this if you already have an account with Weebly, but since we do not have an account, we are going to click on the sign up button. This will take you to this page where you are going to fill out the information. I'm going to pause the video and fill out the information, and when I am done, I will replay the video. I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, I filled out the information. I'm going to click that I agree with Weebly's terms and privacy policy, and then I'm going to click continue. Sometimes got to click it twice. There it goes. Okay, so then it's going to bring you to this part of the website where you can either click to make a business website or a personal website. I'm going to click on a personal website, which then is going to bring you to this page, which is all of the themes that you can pick from. So if you're making a website for a business, this would be a great tab to look at. If you're looking to make a portfolio, this would be another great tab you could use. A personal website, if you want to make a website, something about your life. An event, if you have a special event coming up that you want to promote. Or if you want to make a blog post, you can do one of those as well. So we are going to come up here and click on personal. And I'm going to pick a website that I like, and I'm going to click this one. When you click on the theme, it'll give you a theme preview, kind of what you're looking at. If you like it, go ahead and click the Start Editing button. Which will then bring you to this part. So this part is asking you to set up a domain name. This is how people will find your website once it is created. So my website is a huge science. I'm a science teacher, and one of the topics that we talk about is astronomy and the stars and the planets. So I'm going to make a website about the planets. So let's think of my domain name might be, let's try 8planets information. Let's try that. Search it up. It says down here, it says it's available. So if you look here, you notice that these professional domains end in .com. Those you will have to pay for if you want to use them. So if you click on them, it'll take you to a new page where it'll ask you to pay for that domain name. But if you don't want to pay for the domain name, you can go back to the domain section, and if you notice down here it says aplansinformation.weebly.com. So when it's .weebly.com, it is a free domain name. So I'm going ahead and just click choose on that one, and now this website has the domain of 8planetsinformation.weebly.com. So that is the domain that you will send out, that I would send out when I am done with this website. So I click done, and now I am on the home page of my website. So first, let's go over some of the tabs and then the sidebar before we get started into the website, making the website. So up top, you have your tabs up top, which you're going to spend a lot of your time on. These three are your main ones you're going to use. So build is where you're going to spend a lot of your time. This tab is where you get to actually use the tools to build the website. And we'll get into those tabs in just a second. The next tab is your pages. So this is all of the pages that are on your website. And if you notice, these that are listed on the left are also the ones that are listed across the top of your section. We will be right back to talk about those. And then your last one is theme. So you can have two options with the theme that you choose. You have your light theme, which is this, or your dark theme, which once I click it, it'll change. So you can do that. I kind of like the light theme, so I'm going to change it back. You also, if at any time during the presentation just think, man, you know what, this theme is just not working with my presentation, you can click change theme, and it'll bring back up all the themes that you had previously before you selected the theme that you are on now. So I'm going to hit close on that, and then you just have other things like you can change the font. So if I'm highlighted over something so it says site title, you notice that that's where it says my site. I can click on that, and I can change the font of the site. I can change the how big I want it. I can change the weight, the color. So there's a bunch of stuff that you can change with each of the words that you have. So we're going to go back to pages since I logged my theme. A cool thing with this is with pages, you can have as many as you want. First, I'm going to talk about how to add more pages. So right now I have 4 pages. Let's first change some of the wording here. So I'm going to keep home because that's going to be like the home page of the website. I'm going to change portfolio, and I want to change this to solar system. So I already have that written right here. And as soon as I write solar system and then I click off of it, you'll notice that it changed on my website screen. Okay, I'm going to go back and I'm going to change this one to educational videos. Once again, that changed. And I don't want the contact one anymore, so I'm going to click on it and I'm going to come down here and delete. And I'm going to delete it. Now it's off of my home screen. Now, if at every point you accidentally delete a page or you're like, oh, I really need to add another page to this, you can come up here to the plus sign on the Pages tab, click it, and then you can add different pages like a standard page, a blog page, a category page, product page, external, and non-clickable menu. So there's a bunch of varieties of pages that you can add if you need to change them or anything. And you can always change a page as you go. So I'm going to go back to the build section of my page. So now I'm going to actually work on building my website. So here I'm going to first start at where it says my site. I'm going to click on it and I'm going to backspace it and I'm going to change it to 8 planets information. I'm going to change it to what my domain name was because that's what my domain name was. So I'm going to change that to my title. Okay, so now I'm going to come down here and you can change. If you notice, it already has a picture and it has some stuff on here. So you could keep this stuff. You could run with it if you would like. I like to start with a blank canvas. That's just me. So if you go into the corner of everything, you notice that there is an X, which you can then click and delete it all. This way, if you don't like it, you can get rid of it. Or if you're making your website and you thought that this would be a good idea to add, but then you add it and you're like, ooh, I don't really like that, you can go ahead and delete it. So I'm just going to go and delete because like I said, I like to start with a blank canvas. I just feel like that's great. So I'm going to keep deleting, and when I'm done, I will start the video again. Okay, so I have everything deleted, and so all I have left is the picture up top and then the spot down below where it says drag elements here. So I'm going to start with the picture. So if you want to change the background of your picture, you can just click at the bottom of the picture and it'll pop up with edit background or replace header layout. If you want to replace it and don't like the picture, you can do that as well. So I'm going to click edit background, and you have the options of an image where you can replace or edit it. If you hit this little arrow next to image, it'll pop down and you can either do color, gradient, or video. I'm going to change it to a color. I just want a very simple color, so let's try a blue. Blue is my favorite color, so let's do that. So then I'm going to do that. You can click off of it and there's your blue background. Okay, so now I'm going to come down to the drag elements here, and this is where I'm going to start building my website. So if you notice, I'm on pages right now, so I need to go back to build, and I need to start adding some text to my website. So I just want to welcome people to my website and tell them that I hope they have a great time. So I'm going to come up here and grab the text box, and you need to grab it and drag it to where you want it to be. So you notice that now that I drug it, it's here. It starts out small and you can always change that. So I'm just going to write a little welcome snippet, and I'm going to pause the video, and when I'm done, I will play the video again. So I'll be right back. Okay, I have my little snippet here that I want to have on my homepage, but it's not big enough. It's not the color I want. So I'm going to highlight the text. And here you notice that you have the B, obviously means you can make it bold. You can italicize it, underline it. The plus and minus sign is how you make it bigger. So I'm going to increase the font. Let's try one more. Perfect. The A is the color. So since it's a white background, let's have a little fun with it. Maybe pink. Okay. This button we will get to in just a little bit, but this is how you can create a link to another website. This tab is obviously obviously how you can align it. So if you want to align it to the left, align it to the center, align it to the right, or align it full. This button you can add if you want to add bullet points, or you can use this one if you want it to be numbered. So that is the quick synopsis of that. So I like that color. I think it looks pretty cool. So I'm going to leave it like that. So now I'm going to go to adding a title to my slide. So if you notice here, it says click here, and it's just a blank color. And sometimes that's fine, but since this is the home page, I kind of want to make people see it. So if you come over here and you hold on the title and you drag it into the box, you can create a title to put on it. And it's actually going to not come up on the blue, it's going to come up underneath of it. So I'm going to put a title and just put something like our amazing solar system. And then I can make this a little bigger so that this stands out from the other text. And there's my header. Okay, so now I'm done with the home page of my website. So now I want to start getting into the depth of my website. So I'm going to go to solar system. Now, here's the other thing where it has the extra stuff that I don't want. So I'm going to delete this. And the two things that I want to talk about on my solar system, about the solar system, is the 8 planets, and then how Pluto used to be a planet, but it's not anymore. So that means I don't want to put it all on one page. So that means I'm going to have to add another page to this. So this is where I'm going to come back to my pages, and I'm going to add a page to this, and I'm going to do a standard page, and I'm going to title it 8 planets. Click done, and there it's on my page. And if I look over here on more, it's there as well. Now I also, like I said, I want to have a whole page just about Pluto, so I'm also going to add another page, standard, and I'm going to put Pluto non-planet, and I'm going to click done. Now I want these to become a sub page of my page, the solar system, so that the solar system is not technically a page, but there's 2 sub pages. So to do this, I'll grab the 8 planets, and I'll start to move it. Now you notice that if you can see, the box is very long. That means that when I'm going to move it, it's just going to be another page. It's going to be the same page. It's just moved in the order. So if I moved it, now 8 planets is after solar system. But I want 8 planets to be a sub page of solar system. So I'm going to grab it again, and I'm going to move it a little bit to the right. And you notice that my box shrunk. That means it became a sub page of solar system. So if I come over here and hover over solar system, you'll see 8 planets underneath of it. So I'm also going to do that with Pluto non-planet and make that a sub page as well. So that now when I hover over it, I see the 2 pages under their solar system. So I'm going to first go back. I'm going to go back to my build tab, and I'm going to hover over 8 planets. So here is my tab. Here's my station. So here I'm going to once again start with a different background. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to click edit background. Let's replace it with a picture. So to do this, you have multiple options. You can upload from your computer. If you have the picture on your computer, you can search the internet if you have any favorites, or you can search by a URL. To do the search this way, you could just type in. So let's say if I want to do the 8 planets, hit search. Nothing popped up. So maybe I would just do planets. See what that pops up. And sometimes there's good pictures, sometimes there's not. Ooh, I like this picture. So I can click that one. Okay. So that could be your background if you'd like. So then there's my background. So now I'm going to, it wants you to approve it or not. So if you like it, you'll come up here and click save. And then you're back to the build page. So there's my picture and my background. Here is where I'm going to start doing my work. So here I'm going to once again drag my text. And here's where I'm going to start listing the planets of our solar system. So first thing is I know is that the first 4 planets in our solar system are called terrestrial planets. So I'm going to type that here, terrestrial planets. Okay, and then I'm going to enter. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Okay, so now I'm going to add a picture, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to list all 4 of the terrestrial planets, and then I'm going to name them. So to do this, I'm going to start by adding the first picture. So I'll come over here to the left side, and I'll grab image, and I'll drag it where I'd like it to go. And it's going to pop up with an upload image. Just go ahead and click on it. Once again, you can upload from a computer, search, favorites, or an image. I already have the photos on my desktop, so I'm going to scroll down, and the first one is Mercury. I'm going to upload it. Here is Mercury. It's a perfect size, so I'm just going to come drag it over here. Now I want to label what this planet is, so I'm going to once again grab my text box. I'm going to drag it next to the planet. There it is, and then I can just type Mercury. Then I can make it bigger, highlight it again, make my text bigger. I could change it if I want. So since the background, maybe let's get a little fun. Maybe let's do purple this time. So there's purple. Okay, so since I showed you how to do this, I'm going to finish the rest of the website. So I'm going to pause it, finish the website and this page, and then I will play it again when I finish and then go to the next step. I should make a quick note with this. When you're going from making your website a long ways, when you're adding things like an image, make sure you put it right underneath the one that you want. You'll notice that blue line, then it'll pop up right where you want it. Once again, you just click the upload image, upload it how you want, and it works just like I did up above. So I'm going to finish the website and then I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, I have finished listing all of the planets. I started up here with the terrestrial planets and I listed the first 4, and then I listed gas giants, and then I listed these 4. So now that I've listed this, maybe I want to put an article on the website so that readers can go and read more about these planets. So instead of putting the whole article on, or since it's a website, I can put a URL. So what I can do is I grab the text box again and I put it underneath where I want it to be. And here I'm going to type, click here to read more about the 8 planets in our solar system. Okay, now I'm going to connect the link. I'm going to highlight the words that I want them to click on to get them to that link. So I'm going to highlight the word here. And then, like I said, you're going to come up here to this box that says create link, and you're going to click on it. Now you have options of either doing a website URL, a standard page, a product page, maybe there's a blog post that's out there that you want them to look at, a phone number, maybe a file that you want them, or even an email. So I have a website URL, so I'm going to click on that. Oops. Try that one more time. And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to click on, I want this URL. So I'm going to copy it. And then I'm going to paste it into the link. Okay. And then if you notice, now here is underlined, which means that it has a link attached to it. So now that that's that, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so that people can see it. And then maybe let's change the color to black just to make it stand out a little different than the other ones. Okay, so that is the 8 planets. So now I'm going to come back up here to the top of my page, of my website, hover over the solar systems, and now I'm going to go to Pluto, non-planet. So now I'm on Pluto's page. So I want to change the background. So once again, I'm going to click on here, edit background. This time, let's just do a color again. And let's try maybe this red color. Let's go a little darker. Perfect. Let's try that. Okay, so there's the color that I want for my background. So now I'm going to write all about Pluto. So I might start out by adding a text where I can say, Pluto used to be a part of our solar system. Considered a planet. Read oops, the file below to find out more about Pluto. Okay, I'm going to once again make this a little bit bigger. Let's change it to black. Okay, so now I want to add a file. I have a PDF that I want to add to this website. So what I can do to do that is I can come and scroll down on the left hand side and you'll find scribed document. So you'll grab it and you'll drag it where you want it to go. And here it says this is a blank document. To upload, click here and select the upload new file. So I'm going to click it. I'm going to select upload new file, upload from my computer, and then I have it saved to my computer. And it's going to take a few minutes, so I'm going to pause it, and when it loads, I will hit play. Okay, so here's my Pluto document. As you can see, I can't scroll down in the document since I'm in the preview. I can only do so much. So when I do publish it, I should be able to see the whole document. I should be able to scroll through it. You could also click over here and download the PDF if they don't want to read it on the website. But that is how you add a document to your website. So the last line that I have, it would be educational videos. So I'm going to come up here and click on educational videos. And I'm going to change the background one more time. I'm going to place it with an image that I have on my computer. One thing that I have not told you yet is if you don't like the placement of the photo, you can click on it and drag it. Maybe you want it to be up more, maybe you want down more. Just depending on what picture you use, sometimes it cuts it off. So you can move it, and then once again, once you like it, or if you like it, come up and click save. If you don't, you can click cancel, but I'm going to click save. So now that is my new background. I'm once again going to delete all of the excess. So I'm going to pause it and I'll be right back. Okay, I cleared the website, so now I'm going to show you how to add YouTube videos to a website. First, however, I want to introduce the web page. So once again, I'm going to grab some text and I'm just going to say, enjoy these educational videos about our solar system. And let's do green. Sure. Okay, so now we're going to add a YouTube video. So you're going to scroll down to the bottom until you find YouTube. And you're going to drag it over and you're going to put it on your page. Now it might pop up and say video unavailable. This video is private. That's okay. Just come down here to where the little video symbol is, the YouTube symbol, and click on it. And it'll pop up for you to add your YouTube video URL. So I'm going to grab the YouTube video that I want. And I'm first going to do a planet song for kids to help them remember all the planets in our solar system. And then come back and I'm going to paste it. And once I click off, it should pop up with the video. I'm going to add another video. So I'm going to grab YouTube again and I'm going to put it down below. Same thing happened. It said the video is unavailable. I'm just going to come down and click on here. I'm going to grab that second YouTube URL. Paste it in there. Click off of it. And it should pop up. So one thing I want to let you know about, and I kind of referenced it earlier, especially with YouTube videos, if I click on this right now, it's going to pop up and ask me to do the URL. So you are not allowed or able to watch the video or see if the link works in the publishing stage or the building stage. You won't be able to see if the link works until you publish it. So right now I cannot see if my videos are working, but since I see the image of the video, it should be working. So That is how you make your website. So now the last part to do is to publish. So now that I'm done, I'm going to come up here to this blue icon and I'm going to click publish. And now my website is published. So you can share it. You have three options. You can share it down here, or you can copy the link and and then you can send it out email or Facebook or Twitter and post about it there. So we're going to go ahead and click on the link and just see how it looks. So here's my homepage. You notice that I had the blue background, my introduction to my web page. If I go to hover over solar system, and then I click on 8 planets. Here's my 8 planets page with all of my planets listed. Here is my link. If I click on here, it should take me to my web page that I had about the 8 planets. I'm going to come back, scroll up to Pluto non-planet. Here's my Pluto non-planet. So here's my little intro, and then here's the document so they can scroll through it, or they can click download PDF if they want to download it to their computer. And then the last page was my educational videos. And so if I scroll down, I should be able to click on it. And the video should load perfectly. Let's try the last one.
Today we are
There we
going to
go.
learn about
So they both worked. So that is how you publish your website. Now, what happens if you're making a website to promote a business or to promote something and you need to make a change to it? So that's something that you can easily do. So I'm going to show that to you before I leave. So I'm going to exit out of this, and to do that, I'm going to go back to the home page. So I'm going to exit out in the top left corner, and here is your home page for your account. So what you're going to do is you can either find your account, your site over here, or you should have it also over here. And so all you have to do is just click edit site, and it should bring you right back into the website, and then you can make any changes that you need to, and then you just republish it and then send out the link to anybody that you would like to be sent out to. So that is how to make a website on Weebly.com. I hope this video was helpful, and I hope you have an amazing time making your website. Thank you so much.